Listen to me, I don't know who needs to hear this, but that very thing that you've been tripping over and the way that you've been feeling lately ain't even your feelings. You got to understand that during this time of the year, you're going to feel a lot of anxiety. You're going to feel emotions, especially what's been going on. It's been so many things happening and people have a lot of high anxiety. Of course, you're going to feel the weight of the world sometimes. This is why you got to stay prayed up, baby. And listen, the very thing that you've been sizing up, like how am I going to defeat this thing? How am I going to get through this? Yeah, all of that stuff that's been going through your mind, you've probably been tripping off of a lot of stuff, but that ain't even yours. It ain't even your battle to fight. The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. Y'all already know that. Look, you got so many people around you who have problems and they're worried about you. They're considering that you are the bully, that you're the one who's doing all of this, okay? I feel like a lot of you guys are dealing with someone who feels like you are the villain, like you're the one who's doing all of this to them. So you're concerning yourself around the feelings that you're feeling, but it's actually the person around you that is inflicting that feeling upon you. You have to be discerning, and I keep telling you guys because many of you have always been the scapegoat. You've been the one that everybody has been trying to look to for, you know, pinning the problems on, the reason why this went wrong, the reason why this ain't go right. But baby, that ain't your portion. Your portion is that you're chosen. Your portion is that you have been set up for blessings. You've been set up for so many things that people tend to look to you because the enemy does that to them. The enemy puts that in their mind. It has nothing to do with you. And quite frankly, we don't even care about it because for one, they didn't care about you. All you can do is pray for them and pray that they turn their lives around. That's the only thing you really can do for these fools. If they're sizing you up, thinking that they have to knock you down by bringing you down, manipulation, torment, doing things and saying things about you, if they have to do all that, you gotta know that you are so much more powerful than they are. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Many of them are of the world and they think they're greater than you and they think that they can bring you down by bringing manipulation, talking crazy, being ignorant to Satan's devices, you know what I'm saying? But we already know, baby. We be knowing. See, one thing, they've considered you the bad guy, not understand that God is doing something new in your life. He's doing some bigger and better things in your life. And there's gonna be a portion of this season where your life just begins to take off like a rocket and you're gonna have those people sizing you up again, but they're not gonna be able to do nothing about it because of course, when you have the Most High within you, you're much more powerful than them. You got people or a person who, like I said, has been sizing you up and trying to take you down. But God says no one can take down what he has blessed. Nobody can curse what God has blessed. It ain't no way around it. When he blesses you, nobody can stop you, block you, shake you, nor break you. You might as well consider yourself the bigger blessing. Type in the comments, I'm the bigger blessing. Because there's nothing that these people can do. There's nothing that these people can do about what God is doing in your life. Let me tell you this. There once was a time where people always put the blame on Yeshua. They kept telling him that he was of the devil. He was casting out demons because he was the devil. You know what I'm saying? They kept calling him all kinds of names. He wasn't the king. They talked about Jesus. That's the same thing they do about you. Many of you guys have been dealing with this in your own family, in your own group, in the people that you really be helping out. You've been sitting here being the person that people can call on. People can lay their, you know, the shoulder that everybody can cry on. But when it comes to you, they ain't there. It's always something that they always want to pin up on you. But see, that's the thing about it. They did the same thing to Yeshua, and you see what happened. He is the king of all kings. You understand? You got to understand that you are part of a divine royalty. You're part of kingdom. You know what I'm saying? This kingdom business over here. Type in the comments, I'm kingdom business. And when God puts you in his business, baby, when he gets into your business, you got to understand he's not about to hype nobody up to make them think that they're going to win against you. He's not about to hype them up like this. See, they hyped up because, see, back in the past times, everything always worked against you when they started to do certain things, when they did their spell works and all the manipulation, getting people to talk crazy. It worked back then, but y'all already know how God steps in. When God steps into a situation, do you hear me? When he steps in, nobody can get in. Nobody, especially that is not of him, can get in. Those people are of the world. That's why you feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, because these folks around you. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, you can't have everybody around you, especially when God is getting ready to make you the bigger blessing. When he wants to bless you, sometimes he has to push people out the way. Sometimes he has to pull you out of the way and allow that situation to just be, you know, mutual, just bye, nullified. Ain't no more you and me. You know, you ain't even have to do nothing but God. You be wondering why people have ghosted you or started acting real weird with you, but it's all God's doing. A lot of times he's just protecting you. What they say, God's rejection is God's protection, baby. Do you hear me? Type in the comments, God's protection could potentially be the rejection. That ain't what I was trying to say, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all get what I'm saying. Rejection is God's protection. Most of the time, that's what it is. So when they stop coming around, they start acting weird, or you feel that they acting weird and you just pull yourself out of the situation, that's you being protected. God has been protecting you for so long. He's been doing so many things, but of course, before, like I said, they thought that things were working out. They thought that things that they were doing were actually working for them, against you. But we already know that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And I always like to continue that, because every tongue that rises up against you in judgment, ye shall condemn. So whenever you cried out to God and you wonder why this situation or whatever situation was going on in your life that you needed his help, he heard you. You condemned them then. You might not have known who it was, but God knew exactly who it was. See, they think they be hiding from the Most High. They think that God is not watching them, that he does not see them. But God potentially allows them to think that so he can straight for the kids. You know what I'm saying? They got to be stopped, baby. Do you hear me? He tries to warn them. Your enemies have been warned, and just like I said the other day, your enemies are being exposed. These very same people who manipulate you are being exposed to the T. Like I told you, you're gonna know everything that they've been doing. Everything that they've been saying, you will know. You will know that God has already moved in that situation and changed it already. You might not see the full evidence at that moment. That's why we have faith, because what we say, faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen, okay? You don't see it just yet, but understand that your faith has already been moving. God been moving in your faith because you've had faith and you knew that things were not right around you, that people around you were, maybe you didn't even know that people around you were doing this, or this was the feeling that you were feeling. That's why we have to learn how to discern the things that God shows us. He lets us know who these fools are. Basically, he tells us who our enemies are without even telling us. You know, it's just kind of like that. You know, me and God, we like this. You know, we gotta speak in code sometime. You know, that's why it's good to speak. You know, pray in the spirit, because that's you and that's you and God talk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that. You know, y'all close. You know what I'm saying? That's your ace of coon. Period. So you have to understand that God has already been moving the situation. He's trying to do some things, and he's actually already in the midst of doing it. Let's put it like that. He's already in the midst of doing what he had to do for you, so that things could be clear, so the blessings can come upon you. The blessings are already there. Don't get discouraged when you don't feel like things are moving the way that it should, because they are. Things are moving. God is moving in your life. He's doing new things every single day, because he has not forgotten about you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will never stop loving you. And y'all know when God loves somebody, it's all, baby, it's over with for the people that don't love you. He says, your enemies are my enemies. My enemies are your enemies. It's like it's vice versa, baby. We get down, okay? We eat down. When we eat down together, period. That's why that table is always going to be laid there. You're going to eat down, and I want you to type that in the comments. Eat down. I'm going to eat down, okay? Because God got your back, and you ain't a darn thing that these people can do about it. I'm excited about it. You about to get that bigger blessing. You are the bigger blessing. Type that in the comments. I am the bigger blessing, period. Listen now. Don't go nowhere. We got books, y'all. We got books for days. I got more in the box, okay? And my book is available, and I'm going to put the link in the description bar below. I'm gonna need you to go and get my book. Yes, we calling this the bestseller, okay? Because this is my main book right here, and I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and get that book so you can read it. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of stuff in this book that's going to help you through your life of going through what you're going through. Whatever you got going, your circumstance, the power of God to help you get through it. All of that is in this book.